Does anyone else feel like Football Manager understands narratives? 2 years ago, we were knocked out by AC Milan in the Champions League round of 16. We made it through the round of 16 yesterday. Who's waiting for us in the quarter-final? It's AC Milan round 2. And if we do want to keep them quiet, Frank Hyber is perhaps the man I should fear the most. Top goal scorer in the Champions League, most man of the matches in the competition as well, and he has the highest average rating. I'll be honest, he doesn't look that amazing at first glance, but I think he's just one of those players who's kind of the perfect advance forward for the Football Manager match engine. Oh, and if you were wondering, their key man is Maxime Tran, who is absolutely terrifying, but, and I didn't know this, he's injured for today's game. That is massive. Saying all of that, we've got a few injuries of our own to contend with, and you might notice here the owner status is updated. He is enjoying his time at the club. Does that mean we had a takeover? I'll fill you in on that after the intro. No, there wasn't a board takeover, it just fell through again. For like the 5th time it feels like in the last 2 years. The current chairman, Rasulov, has been in charge for the last 6 years. There's been rumours, hasn't there, of a sale for many, many years at this point. And it's not happened again, annoyingly. Now, since you were last here, we have played a handful of matches, both in the Premier League and one in the FA Cup. Granted, it was against Championship opposition, but we won 5-0 against Huddersfield to book ourselves a spot in the semi-final, which, if we just look at, we have been drawn against Hull City of the Championship. It's one of the easiest runs I've ever experienced in the FA Cup, and I feel a bit dirty for it. Elsewhere, in terms of league games, you can actually see them here. 3-0 against Crystal Palace, 3-0 against Sheffield United, and against the old enemy at Villa Park, 2-0. And yeah, a nice win. I want to say a convincing win. They didn't create a lot, but it was a 1-goal game for the vast majority of it. Jun Hwan got us the early goal. We did play a semi-rotated team in this game. And well, let me tell you now, the rotated team was up to the task. We find ourselves 16 points clear. Everton actually play today. If they lose and Chelsea lose their next game, we will win the league today. In fact, we have Brighton between the Champions League games today. We're probably going to win the Premier League today. Obviously, we've been top of the table since the start of the season, but I'd be lying if I was to say it would be just a bit of an anticlimactic way to do it so soon. I mean, I love it at the same time. We've been so dominant this year, but it is nice, especially as a content creator, to have a little bit of jeopardy. But I suppose that is exactly why we're back for this game today against AC Milan. Both legs, of course, being played today. We are away from home for the first leg. That does make me a little bit nervous. I think for this next game, I'm going to make the early change just to switch to a balanced mentality. Now, in terms of team news, you can see here, Big Deli coming back from injury, 75 minutes recommended. Faye coming back from injury, only recommended to play 45 minutes. I feel like that's too much of a risk. I think I'm going to have to start Balaki in this game. Elsewhere, annoyingly, Ma is injured, and it's not a good injury for him. He's out for 2 to 3 months. He got injured on international duty with South Korea. He is a big miss in the team for us, and it is going to put a bit of pressure on, I was going to say Rasmus Olsson, but actually I've just remembered, Rasmus Olsson is also injured at the moment. He's been out of a pulled back muscle, which is a lot less significant, and I probably could rush him into the team, but there is probably a better way to kind of address this game at least today. And I think that is, just to play Big Deli for 75 minutes, and then if he's struggling a bit, to then bring in Olsson as an emergency. Don't love Big Deli as a roaming playmaker, but it is my best option with all the injuries piling up. The only other man who has been contending with injuries is Gasparini, although he has passed a fitness test, but of course as backup left-back, hoping we're not going to be calling upon him in this one. Style 11-wise, it's a very strong team. We can fill out every spot on the bench. We've got Everard up top, Kelechi, Sousa, Balaki, an amazing front four. Velhauser, I'm a little bit kind of nervy for, or Velhusa. Recently, by the way, in the last international break, played for Germany, which feels really big for him. From a defensive point of view, in terms of the back four and goalie though, we are at full strength, and I have rested these players a little bit lately. Both fullbacks have been in sensational form. They've got 40 assists between them. Okay, well, this is a massive week for us. It starts with this game here. Win this game, we're great. Win the next game against Brighton, we are Premier League champions, which would be amazing. But I feel like we've got to focus on the task at hand. The reality is the Premier League is wrapped up. This is where my focus lies. Now, last time we played at the San Siro, we lost the first leg 1-0, and then we drew the home leg 1-1 to go out 2-1 on aggregate. It was a hard-fought affair. We were still playing strikerless back then. We now have attackers in aplenty, and we've got Kelechi, the £225 million corner taker, not beating the first man, although he has got the ball back here. He shoots, And if that had gone in, maybe he would have justified his price tag. Milan having a little bit more of the ball than I'd like to see, but they're not creating a lot with it. I've shouted some encouragement at the players. The green happy smiley faces were short-lived at the bottom of the screen. We'll get them back yet again. As well, so far, it's been a quiet start to this game. We had that one corner. We could have another one here. Kelechi over it on his left foot. Players to aim for. Evrard hits the crossbar. Velhauser has to keep the header down there. He's headed it over from in the penalty area. I mean, on the one hand, as we get now to the 35th minute, they've not had a shot on target, and I feel like we've been way on top. But I do look at the 39% possession and all these shots and the lack of shots on target really for us as a minor cause for concern. It's 0-0 at half-time in this first leg. I think that's a result that probably better suits us. As you can see here, managed to save the team talk. Marco was looking a little bit unhappy. But I feel like this is a case of let's get into the second half and just more of the same, please. They've not created anything. We've shut them down. They might be having a lot of the ball, but they're not doing a lot. And we have created opportunities, and we could create one there. Sal's shot is tipped wide. Okay, well, not for the first time. Kelechi over a corner. Please deliver something beautiful. Salza, Diodario loses the ball. Amador tries to keep it alive. Gives it wide to Kelechi. Can he cut inside? He skips past his man. He dinks it. We hit the crossbar. And I don't know what quite happened, but it's another corner. The pressure is ratcheting up. We've been all over them in this game. First 2 minutes of this second half have been more of the same. On this occasion, the cross doesn't beat the near post. But, I mean, what else can you do other than continue to encourage the players here? We've got a throw-in on the near side. Diodario gives it into Balaki. Of course, Balaki in for Faye today. Faye was fit to play 45 minutes, and, oh, I might need him in this game here. Evrard was offside. That wouldn't have counted. 57 minutes in here. I feel like I've seen enough. Faye, on you come. I am going to make the controversial decision to bring in Junjun Hwan as well. I feel like his aerial ability is just nice. Falata saved us last game, and Evrard's not having the best of matches. This guy was so good for us in the previous round of the Champions League. I feel like I've got to play him again. Falata really is the unlikely hero for this story, although there's a few other players here that you'd be shocked to see score. With a set piece like that, you always wonder if a defender is going to be the player who puts himself in the spotlight. On this occasion, though, it was Milan dealing with the ball. That said, we are bringing it forward here. Juan, Falata, in behind, shoots, scores. Is he on? Is he on? We've got a VAR check. Junjun Hwan was raising his arm prematurely. Is this going to count? It is going to count. The subs have worked wonders. Oh, you love to see it. Some of the youngsters involved in the build-up play. Junjun Hwan giving it to Falata, and having seen Evrard miss chances like that today, the youngster has stepped up and shown him how it's done. Milan have switched shapes here. I am almost expecting them to get more attacking in this game and really go for it. Do wonder if I should maybe make a few more changes just to try and see out this game and get some fresh legs in. Jacobson, Hyber, the man who I was scared of. Brits makes a sensational stop, although that is not a good clearance. There's 20 minutes left here. I've made 3 changes. I think I'm going to make another. Velhauser has not had the best of matches today. Rasmus Olsson, who does have an injury, is going to get moved into the roaming playmaker position. I'm going to bring in Big Deli and hope that Olsson can just see out this game. Praise the players now that we're ahead. Get the green, happy, smiley faces going. We are 15 minutes away from a massive result here in this first leg. Big Deli, Olsson, Salza, Junjun Hwan. Holds it up really nicely. Away from home, just avoiding defeat was always the aim in the back of my mind. Right now, though, we are leading. And I want to believe we can have more. It's a crazy pass. It probably should have been a goal for Falata. The ball by Faye was magnifique, as I believe the French would say. We do still have a corner here. Of course, our Italian fullbacks returning to home soil today. Been kept quiet so far. I was hoping it might change there, but it is cleared away. Faye still looking to keep it alive. Junjun Hwan, he's massive. He's at the back post. He can't win it. It feels like there's another goal for us here if we really go for it. And with 14 minutes left, maybe there's still time to get more. We've been all over them. We've been in the ascendancy. Right now, Milan just struggling to get the ball anywhere near our goal. And I don't know if this is a pointless highlight or if we're getting back-to-back highlights here. But you can kind of just see the build-up play they're attempting is just being shut down by our players. Faye gives it to Amador. Diodario, the right wing-back, really should be on the bike here, trying to get, well, towards the back mat line and trying to make something happen. Instead, we've given the ball away. Rossini skips past his man. Oh, my word. And what a cruel way to concede. And I will openly admit, Ollison, who I subbed on there, is the man who's given away the ball in a compromising area. From there, though, to be honest, it's an absolute moment of magic. Marco has been left in no man's land, absolutely burnt by their attacker there. And it's 1-1, and it feels mighty, mighty cruel. I really don't want to change a lot in this game. We'll shout some encouragement. As there's 6 minutes left here, the cameraman has fallen asleep, and he's realised that Jun Juan has got a free kick. Has he got a plan? Our star man, he was trying to pick out Ollison. It's cleared to Falata. Has 1 goal already in a wide area, looking to play into the box. He does. Gary Faye is there. We reinstate our lead, and that took minutes. Did wonder as the ball kind of got cleared away here, was Falata going to have a moment of magic and get a second goal? No, instead, he didn't need to be the hero scoring. He decided he wanted to be the hero by providing, and Faye supplied the finish. 1 minute left in this game, 2-1 to the good. We've had so much more in the way of opportunities. 10 corners for us is absolutely wild. We are going to win this away leg. We've still got to go back and do it in our own backyard. But based on what you've seen in this game, I don't think you'd bet against us. I will concede that Milan did look a little bit better in that second leg. Elsewhere, by the way, Everton won. So they are still technically in the title fight for now. But yeah, just circling back to that previous point, I do think in the second half, AC Milan did create that little bit more. Something to be wary of. Falata, man of the match. This bloke, easy to forget, he's 19 years old. He is a child, and he is a key component of the first team at this point. Now, here's the deal. We've got Brighton in the next game. Win that game, we are Premier League champions. I'm going to come back in the moment for either the best trophy lift you've ever seen, or we're going to be in front of the AC Milan kind of game, and I'm going to be awkwardly telling you how we bottled it against Brighton at home. Hopefully, it's going to be the former. Let's get into the next one. 3 minutes of added time left in this game against Brighton. 5-0 up. I think you know what's coming. Premier League champions yet again. I feel like we've now cemented a dynasty at Newcastle, and I don't think, if you could call last year a fluke, this year can be labelled a fluke. We've been a rampant team. We've been a dominant team. Yeah, there's been a few blips in there, like against West Ham. And if you did spot it, if you were eagle-eyed, you might have noticed Mark was on the pitch when the final whistle went in this game here. We are going to hoist this trophy aloft at home in front of a packed house at St James's Park. 5-0 to Newcastle. It's another trophy for the collection. Next up, Champions League and FA Cup maybe. If we win them all, it'd be incredible. Technically, it is now a quintuple. Some of these competitions, I'm not sure, should count. Rafael Soa, by the way, man of the match in this game here. I feel like he's a man who hasn't got the same love he did in the early years of our career here at Newcastle. But in terms of recent seasons, he is having his best season since the very first year that we were at the club. And I mean, look at that league table. We have won the title here with loads and loads of games to spare. If we win our remaining 5 games, we can end the season comfortably on over 100 points, which I think has to be the aim at this point. But of course, winning the Premier League's nice. Winning the Champions League would be a cherry on top of a very, very tasty little cake. We've got Milan up next. They are 3 days away. We won the first leg. Let's go make it through to the semi-finals. I absolutely hate the term bottling. If we don't make it through to the semi-finals from this position, it is a generational bottle. Now, in terms of team news, Faye and Big Deli are still coming back from injury, both recommending now to play 75 minutes, so I am going to start them in this game. Everard's form's been a little bit hit and miss, but he's top goal scorer for a reason, so I think I've got to stick with him today. Of course, Falata will be on the bench in case of emergencies. Ollison has recovered from his injury. He is going to be playing at roaming playmaker for us. I still value this guy really highly. I know he was somewhat at mistake and at fault for the goal that they scored, but I don't feel like that's a reason to exclude him from the team here. And well, obviously, Matt is still injured, and we definitely miss him. But I feel like having gone away from home and won 2-1, we should be winning this game at home comfortably. Okay, into this second leg, we march. They are playing a 4-3-3. Endrick up top for them, Hyber out on the right-hand side. They are the two men that I fear. Endrick is phenomenal in FM. He might be in his mid-30s in this universe. He is still a scary proposition to try and keep quiet. Jacobson for them on the far side, whipping it in. An early goal for them. And I start to panic. Frank Haber mentioned he was good, didn't I? He's got the goal. I came into this game with confidence and swagger. We just hoisted the Premier League trophy. That has all evaporated. And now I feel scared. That was a very straightforward goal for them, wasn't it? Well, they scored 1 goal from a cross on the far side. They might be about to get another. They've got to throw in on that side. Gould, Vitek with the ball for them. holding it up, although we've won it back nicely here. Everard playing it into the middle. That is not a good ball to Sanchez, who now plays it forward himself. Didario, already on a booking as well, is a little bit scary. We've got to keep faith in the right back to remain disciplined. Kelechi, that price tag maybe looming over his head. I feel like he's not been as good since he's coming back from AFCON, and we confirmed his signing. Of course, today would be a great day to make me shut up and to really put in a barnstorming performance from that left attacking mid position. Anyway, the ball's played forward here. Jacobson loses it, though. Neither team really having a sustained spell of possession in this game. They've had one shot on target. We've had one shot on target, but we're on the attack here, and it's Faye with runners ahead of him. Tries to play it through. Latches onto the second ball. Plays it across to Kelechi. It's like he heard me. It's like he knew that I was getting a bit cross with him. Look, I've spent over £200 million on him. When you spend that kind of money on a player, he has to be a match winner in games like this. Admittedly, the ball was very much on a plate for him, but he still had to hit the target. Half an hour played here, 3-2 on aggregate. It's still a game very much in the balance, but for a moment I thought we might create something again down this left-hand side. Instead, though, they've dealt with it. Zapata back to Lakinas in goal, and now it's Gould laying it forward to Jacobson. Vitek at left-back has been a threat early on in this game. Milan, very content, it seems, to play the ball out from the back. Of course, we don't press super high, but when we do win the ball, we need to punish them. Everard streaming forward. Did he just try and chip the goalie from there? That was a silly finish. He should have hit it hard and low. And now, all of a sudden, we're on the back foot again. Didario, please. You're on a booking. Be sensible. Faye trying to pick out his man. Plays it forward. Kelechi doesn't win the header, but a contested ball sees him get onto the second one, and now he's bringing it forward. There's players in the middle to aim for. Kelechi crosses it in. It's cleared away as far as Sanchez. Kelechi, where are we going? Ollison dinks it. Didario tries to play it across. It's blocked by Jacobson. And now it's Milan bringing it forward. Do I need to be scared? Should I be worried? Jacobson on the far side bringing it forward. Plays it inside to Jose Roberto. I do not like this. Endrick scores. Please tell me it's offside. It looked off. If he scored it and it counts, it's 3-3 on aggregate. I'm waiting for a flag. I'm hoping for a flag. There is no flag. It is going to count here. It looked offside to me at first glance. I think whoever that is, Kelechi, I think Kelechi has played him on. 2 shots on target for Milan, 2 goals. Is it going to be that kind of game, Football Manager? I'm going to hope not. Faye wins it in a decent area. Now he has space to try and play it in. And I don't know how we didn't score there. 2 minutes left of this first half. I mean, it's 3-3. On the one hand, I'm pretty happy with what we've done. On the other hand, the fact they've had 2 shots and they've both gone in is nothing short of infuriating. I'm looking at Everard and Salza and I'm thinking, you know what, lads? You've run your course here. I'm taking you off. Junjun Hwan is coming in. I'm going to swap him and Kelechi around. And then Falata I'm bringing on up front. It's the changes that I made these 2 guys coming on last game. Slightly different personnel coming off, admittedly. But 2 players who have proven themselves match winners. And I'm very much hoping they can do it again here. I'm shouting some encouragement to the players. It's 3-3 on aggregate. Zarek with a free kick for them, playing it short. There comes a point here where I'm kind of tempted to play more attacking, or at least up our line of engagement and press that a little bit higher and harder. Hyber, who got that initial goal, dispossessed nicely. Marco at centre-back, now stepping out with the ball and finding Faye. The Frenchman to the Frenchman to, well, the wide areas now. Mastalone, nice build-up play, little intricate one-touch passing. No end product, though, from the left wing-back, who now needs to get concerned maybe we're getting back, although the ball's won back. Junjun Hwan pulls it across to Faye. The linesman's not flagging. It's going to count. One of those ones where I was almost scared to celebrate it, thinking that must be offside, but it's not offside. Mastalone to Junjun Hwan, who pulled it across to Faye, and Junjun Hwan's done it again. Another assist on off the bench. Throwing on the far side. Oh, Junjun Hwan, do it again, son. Mastalone looking to get the ball forward. Big Deli, Ollison, Mastalone, the big meaty men are in the box. So are the small men to aim for. He fizzes it in once. He fizzes it in twice. Kelechi bundles it over the line. It is 5-3. Breathe a sigh of relief, everyone. It wasn't the prettiest of goals, was it? They called football the beautiful game. This was the ugly underbelly. Repeated crosses played in, and I'm not sure what the defender's done there. He's taken it off the fingertips of the goalie, and Kelechi's just latched onto the loose ball. Mastalone, I know he's involved in the build-up play there. I'm going to take him off and I'm going to bring in Gasparini. And I'm also going to bring in Gomez. Fresh legs in the wing-back area, I think could be the way to go here. I think his Faye picked up a little knock there. He has. It's my final sub. It's sooner than I'd like to use it. But you know what? Balaki is a bloody good player to bring on in this situation. Just no injuries, please, Football Manager. Corner for Milan. 19 minutes left on the clock. Ball not cleared away convincingly. Angelo, Endrick plays it across. It was offside, but that was scary in the 6-yard box. I'm just looking in the top left at the timer thinking just keep on ticking on. Milan have not created a lot in this game. We've got an XG of almost 4 in this game. The 2-goal cushion makes me slightly more relaxed. And I'll tell you what, there is very little happening here. Barring a late heroic miracle comeback, this is done. Milan, though, not giving up just yet. Marco Antonio to Hyber. Already has one. Gives it to Endrick, but the linesman on the far side's the MVP. He has flagged for this to be offside. It's not going to count. What could have ended up being a rather nervy last 2 minutes of the game is hopefully going to be slightly more relaxed. And wow, okay, there was 2 of them miles offside there. For some reason, I thought it was Endrick who was offside, and I was thinking he didn't look it. That's because he wasn't. Anyway, the time has gone there. That has flown by. We are through. Bit of revenge for when we took on Milan before. And ladies and gentlemen, we are into a Champions League semi-final. Oh my word. Look at the other game. Man City won the first leg 4-0 and have lost 6-1 against Leipzig to bottle it. They actually got an equaliser in the 89th minute. And then that happened. How angry would you be? Oh my word. Okay, Faye is out for 1 to 3 days. That is fine. We are going to be playing Leipzig in the Champions League in 2 weeks' time. The other semi-final is going to be Arsenal or Atleti v Napoli or PSG. Leipzig are opposition, 4th in the Bundesliga, so not playing great there. Pentke is their key man. Okay, he's very bloody good, isn't he, this guy? He's very, very good. Okay, well, the mission next time is to try and keep this bloke quiet. Anyway, folks, we are going to be back next time to end the week, hopefully with a bang and with a Champions League semi-final win. That's the plan. I will just say, if the commentary today's been a little all over the place, or if you're looking at my eyes thinking, why are they red? Why do you look tired? I'm recording this video quite late tonight. For those of you that don't know, I have a little puppy. He's only 3 months old. We had to take him to the vets today. He had an ear infection that needed to be seen to. It meant that I couldn't record at my normal earlier time. But good news, he's all fine, and everything went to plan in the video anyway, so I can sleep easy. Anyway, folks, we are going to leave things there for today. Here is my updated manager profile with that new Premier League trophy added. Hopefully, there's going to be more to come next time. I'll see you guys for more action tomorrow. It's me, Jack, and I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm out.